Yes, you can be in the fashion business and also save the planet. Our planet can finally get a deep discount for cheap apparel. I bet you've heard that the global fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries in the world. Well, it's true. The unwanted clothing gets shipped overseas into textile waste mountains like this one, outside of Hong Kong. Both slow and fast fashion seem to share the same fate. Did you know that 25% of that textile waste are samples that have never seen the shelves? Each year, $22.5 billion were spent on samples globally. 3D CAD-based samples can only help up to the early stage design concept. If the virtual sample can be made photorealistic like this, and less CGI-ish, we can further reduce the physical samples needed by 75%. That's $18 billion in savings each year. And that's just the money part. One physical sample uses about 1,000 liters of water and 4 kilowatts of electricity. Even for a small fashion brand, the savings are substantial. Not only your wallet would thank you, Mother Earth will thank you. A swatch is a square area that's repeatable. In our case, it's a small piece of fabric. The process of tiling the swatch to cover the whole garment is done in the GPU shader with the WebGL plugin. With this, it's possible for us to create new digital garments long after the original 3D model was created. Users can upload new fabric swatches as they become available, and customers can watch the new garments come alive. Here's a real use case. We're able to create 16 looks from one black beanie and 3 tiny swatches. The beanie fabric was pretty expensive. She could only spare a tiny triangle for us to work with. From these patches, we create photorealistic digital permutations that exist only virtually. These permutations reduce the need for physical samples and visual verification, fabric selection, and market testing. They're used as real product imagery, and the physical product is produced on demand and only when it's purchased. First, we render the 3D model using advanced photogrammetry techniques. With the GTX 10 series, we're able to get 15 times acceleration, even with the secondhand GPU we bought from Craigslist. After that, we perform 3D pattern making, very similar to the garment patterning. The fabric square is pre-processed to reduce the visual artifact. The final 3D model only consists of a small fabric swatch, shadow, and 3D mesh. Much more portable and scalable. The wrapping of fabric is to be done in real time on the consumer devices by the GPU shader. As part of NVIDIA Inception, we were able to get early access to deep learning SDK and tools, plus discount on hardware to further our development. The $3 trillion fashion industry creates a lot of waste with samples and overproduction. Recent advances in GPU makes the creation of inexpensive 3D photorealistic digital garments possible. We can reduce 75% of the physical samples and create digital permutation products, which can replace real product imagery in e-commerce, AR/VR, and gaming, effectively reducing cost, shortening time to market, and creating less waste. This wasn't possible previously with 3D CAD. The best way to save the planet is to virtualize more and waste less. At the OHZONE, we're inspired to bring gorgeous 3D real garments to life, while lowering the barrier of entry for fashion brands, aiming to create a genuine interactive customer experience. We provide a turnkey 3D digitization solution from creating, hosting, and housing to help fashion brands build trust in online presence and purchasing in a post-COVID-19 era.